Hey guys, ADHD here. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to build this awesome Jason Voorhees house. I am in love with this build, and a lot of you guys wanted to see this after I did the Chucky house. I decided I'd build it for you guys today because I'm a huge fan of the character. But let me know down below, guys, what other characters should we do in the month of October? I'm talking horror movie characters. We could do Leatherface, we could do Annabelle, The Exorcist, all kinds of different characters we could do, guys. So let me know down below who you'd like to see, and I could try and make that happen for you guys. But anyway, let's go get started on this build. So for this build, we're going to need to have gray wool, light gray wool, white hardened clay, red wool, block of quartz, and then some other stuff for the outside. But that's about it mainly. So I'll tell you guys about the other stuff when we need it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started on the actual build. Okay guys, so before we get started, if you guys need me a huge favor and scroll down and hit that like button, I will greatly appreciate it. And as always, if at any point in the video you guys feel like I'm going too fast, you can always pause or rewind at any point in order to catch up. But anyway, we're going to be starting with the gray wool here, and for the first time ever, we're going to be not working from left to right. For the first block, we're going to be working straight up actually. So what you're going to do is we're going to get our gray wool, and you're going to make a straight row up of a total of 12 blocks. And I'll tell you guys why we're doing it this way in a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, just like this, and drop straight down to the floor. And then on the right block right next to it, you're going to go up a total of 10 with the gray wool again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to drop straight down yet again. And then what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to leave a spacing of 4. So just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this fifth block, you're going to do a straight row of 10 yet again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then drop straight down. I'm sure you guys can guess this. We're going to do 12 now on the one right next to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Just like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get our light gray wool out. And we're going to come back to the center of these two little columns we just made. And the first row, we're going to be working row by row at the beginning here. You're going to do one of the light gray wool, then a space of 2, then one light gray wool. Next row, the exact same thing. That's where our door is going to go. And then the rest of this, we're just going to fill in completely with the light gray wool, the whole inside of this piece. And that is why we did it like that, because normally we go row by row working left to right, but this is a lot easier, to be honest. So now we have that out the way, take these two blocks right here in the center of the light gray, remove them, and place white wool, just like that. Alright, so that is these old little torso area, as you can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the right side of his body really quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up a total of 5 blocks on his this right side column here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this fifth block, we're going to work to the right a total of 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. And then you're going to fill all of this in really quickly with the gray wool all the way up to the same exact height as that front piece we just made. And again, guys, I'm going too fast. You can always pause it and rewind anything you need to do. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece right here all the way down to the floor. This like end piece, all right? And now what we're going to be doing is basically making an arm around this. So what we're going to do is you're going to take this block right here and you're going to make a little like square. I'll show you how to do it. So right here, this little column we just made, you're going to go up by 4 blocks from the floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go to the left, total of 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Then go straight down to the floor. Just like that. So this is kind of like the little arm canal we just made for that piece of the arm. Alright, and then you're going to do 2 more rows of the gray wool just like that. So that was one, and this is the second one, and then this will be our third one right here. So it should be a total of 3 from the actual body itself. Then we're going to do 3 rows of white hardened clay. So 1, 2, but on the third one, we're just going to fill it in completely. Just like that. And as you can see on our example one over here, it does have blood on it and stuff, but I'll show you how to do the blood and stuff at the end. Just want to focus on getting the actual body and stuff out of the way, then we'll add the blood and the trees and all that stuff last. Okay, so now we have that part of them done. What we're gonna do is come to the back here, and we're gonna take this back a total of 4 blocks. So we're actually not 4, 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, just like this, and we're gonna fill this all the way up until we get to the top. And once we get all the way up to the top, we can do the same exact thing on the other side. So now we're going to come over here and do the same thing. Take this back until we'll have 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And then fill this in with the gray wool all the way till we get to the top. Alright, almost there, just like that. Okay, so we have that arm done, we have this arm done. Let's just go ahead and get the back out of the way. So if you're going to go ahead and add a window to yours, right now is where you're going to add it. But for me, I'm not going to do a window on mine just because we have trees behind it anyway. And I don't know, it doesn't really see the point. So I'm just going to take the gray wool in the back here all the way up. And then we're going to add that other arm and then add his head. And then we're actually pretty much done with Jason. And we have to just add the blood, the machete, and then the trees and all that stuff. But that's not going to take very long. Once you get this part done, this is the actual hard part, is designing Jason himself. The other stuff is just pretty simple. Alright, so we're almost to the top here. Trying to work on doing this one take thing. Normally I would cut this part out, but a lot of you guys have been asking me to try and do it in one take. Well, I asked if you guys liked the one take better, and a lot of you guys said you like the one take, so we're going to keep doing it like this for now. And then this whole top piece, we can just fill in with the gray wool, just like this. And now all we have to do is focus on his left arm for now. So on his left arm, all we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here, this corner and this corner, we're going to bring them out by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This piece too, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then connect them. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this block down by, or like the outside piece here, you're going to take it down by 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. This one as well, 1, 2, 3. And then connect them to the body. Just like, oops, not like that. Just like this. Alright. And then we're going to fill all of this in, except for this outside piece right here. We're going to leave this because this is going to be a canal for us to actually make that arm into a room. So we're going to fill all this in though. And I'll show you exactly what we did here in a second, just in case anybody didn't understand that exact pattern. Literally all we did was make a 4x4 cube on his body, as you can see here. That's literally all we did, and we just left this piece right here open so we can extend it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece right here, all 4 corners of it, and we're going to bring it out by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the gray wool. Take all those corners back, out just like this. And then fill them in, except for the front again. So right here, we're going to fill in with the gray wool here. Then the bottom as well. And then the top. And I'm sure you guessed this, now the other side. Alright, so just fill this in. And then we're going to do 3 rows of the white hardened clay. So 1, then 2, then 3. We're going to fill it in completely. Okay, so now we have his actual body pretty much done. As you can see, now all we have to just do is add his head, which is really, really simple because most of it is just bald. Well, at least for this design it is. Normally it's not bald, but you don't really see much detail on his head. And in order to add hair, it kind of looked awkward, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to make him bald. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually take these 8 center blocks here, which is basically the torso. So what you're going to do is you're going to run along this entire 8 center blocks, and to make sure you're in the center, just drop straight down. It should be, all in this torso area. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to come out by 1 block, just like this. And then you're going to take this piece back here all the way back until you're 2 blocks off in the back. And the reason why we're only 1 block in the front is because we have to add the mask, obviously. So here's 2 blocks in the front, or the back, I mean, and 1 block in the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the front piece up here, up a total of 7 rows. So this is 7 rows of just white stained clay. We're going to add the eyes in on the mask, so you don't have to worry about that. So this is 3 we just added, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. So his whole face right here should be an 8x8 block, basically. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 8 across as well. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, like we can just fill all this back in the side, and really, because we have to add the straps for his mask, but we'll just build those into it because it's a little bit easier to do it that way. So just fill in the entire sides here with the white hardened clay, and then this piece as well, just like this. And if you want to add windows, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. If you want to add a sunroof, right now is your chance to add a sunroof, but I'm going to fill in the top of his head. So just like this, I'm going to fill it in completely. And then once we get to the back, I am going to add a window in the back of his head, but if you don't want a window, you don't have to do so. So I'm going to get some white stained glass panes, but you don't need that. You can use any glass. And I'm going to add 1 row to the bottom, 1 row to the top, and I'm going to fill the rest of it in with that white stained glass. And again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can add as many windows or as little windows as you'd like. Alright, and then right here, just like that. That looks good to me. So that's the window for the back of the head, because that head is going to be a room eventually. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. So now that we have that out of the way, let's add his mask. And for that, we're going to need the block of quartz. And what we're going to do is we're going to start on the bottom of his face. There's going to be a space. Then it's going to be 6 block of quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then a space. Next row is going to be 1 block of quartz, 1 red wool, 4 block of quartz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 red wool, then 1 block of quartz. Next row after that's going to be 2 block of quartz, 1, 2, 1 red wool, 2 block of quartz, 1, 2, 1 red wool, then 2 block of quartz, 1, 2. Next row is going to be a full row of block of quartz. Row after that is going to be 1 block of quartz, then it's going to be a spacing of 2, then 2 block of quartz, a spacing of 2, then 1 block of quartz. And then get some black wool out really quickly, and we're just going to remove these blocks right here and the actual, like, you know, the head piece, and we're going to put some black wool like this, just like that. Then the next row we're going to do this. It's going to be 3 block of quartz, 1, 2, 3, 2 red wool, 1, 2, 3 block of quartz, 1, 2, 3. Next row is going to be 2 block of quartz, 1, 2, 1 red wool, 2 block of quartz, 1, 2, 1 red wool, then 2 block of quartz, 1, 2. Then our last row is going to be a space, a block of quartz, a black wool, 2 block of quartz, a black wool, 2 block of quartz, I'm sorry, 1 block of quartz, my bad, 1 block of quartz, just like that. And that's his mask right there, as you can see. So now that we have that out the way, just go ahead and get out some red, not red, I mean brown, or actually you can use gray hardened clay, that's actually better. Gray hardened clay, and we're going to basically add attachments to his mask. So we're going to take these 2 center blocks here on his head, all the way out, until we get to the window area over here. And I'm going to use the gray hardened clay as like the straps for his mask right here. So I'm going to take this all the way down, and then here. And if you don't have a window, you would just take it basically to where they connect, like right here. So then on the side here, this like second to the top block here, we're going to remove this as well and bring it around just like that. And then on this side, same exact thing, second block. Oops, I'm actually wrong. It's actually on the second block of this one. I forgot that I'm in the second block of the mask, just like this. Alright, boom, just like that. So now he is pretty much, he actually is done. So now we have to actually start adding all the details for him. So that's actually really easy. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to actually add the door, obviously, because that's, you know, something you need in the house. So let me get the door spots out, or get the door out really quickly. So for the door area, we're going to need to get out some gravel. So let me get the gravel out real quickly. We're going to need to get gravel, and we're also going to need to get out a door, which I recommend using the, I'm trying to find it, the spruce door, because it has like a very like cabin-like feel to it. So you want to make sure you have that whole feel, and for that, basically, you want to use the spruce door. So anyway, now we're going to come back down here, and I'm going to also use on the interior here, I'm going to use the spruce plank. So I'm going to just remove this block right here for now, and do spruce plank, then add the spruce door, just like that. You could do it inward. I think I'm gonna do mine inside actually, just like this. And then we're gonna make our walkway 4 wide, and you just want to take it out as far as you want it to be. I mean, I don't really have an exact number, just kind of however long you want your walkway to be, just take it out that far. I think I'm gonna do like maybe 13, 14 blocks, just like this. And then when you get towards the end, start kind of just randomly removing blocks, just like this, just so it kind of looks like a little bit of like a jagged, like, you know, a little bit of a jagged like walkway. So like mine's kind of going to look like this, you know. I think that looks good like that. So I'm going to just basically fill all this in with the gravel now. And then fill this whole center part in like this. And then we're also going to replace a few blocks in this as well. Just because we wanted to make it look like, you know, it's been here for years and people have been walking on it, you know. Just kind of get that like, you know, old, like worn down look. So I'm going to replace some random blocks like this. No rhyme or reason, just kind of just replace random blocks. And just kind of work with it, get it the way, look the way you think it should look. And for me, that doesn't look that good. I think I could do maybe this would look a little better. Yeah, that looks a little. So you just want to kind of work with it, like just kind of want to make it look natural, at the same time as looking, you know, like you did a good job on it. You know, like that kind of. There you go. That still is not. See, I'm saying you try to kind of work with it. Like for me, that looks good right there. That looks good right there to me. All right, so now that we have that out the way, now we're gonna actually add all his blood spots. And for his blood spots, you can pretty much do them anywhere. It's just blood, you know what I mean? So when you splatter blood, or if you drink, you know, let's say you just dropped a cup of water, it would not be the same every time. So just kind of put the blood spots anywhere using the red wool. So I'm gonna do one right here in his hand by just removing some spots like this, and then just filling them in just like that. You know, nothing too crazy. You can copy me block for block if you want, or you can just completely do it your own way. Just because, like I said, it's like I like to add little things like this to my builds to make everybody's a little bit different. So I would recommend adding your own blood spots, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just copy the copy the way I'm doing it. But like I said, I recommend you do it your own way, just because that gives yours a little bit of, you know, however many people build this exact same tutorial, this will set yours apart if you do your own blood spots. So I added like another one right here. As you can see, it's like 3 blocks away from the jawline over here. Then I'm gonna do another one over here, kind of like this. I'm actually copying myself because I actually am like looking at that one over there, but you know, you don't have to do it like this. All right, so that's enough blood, I think, on the front of his body. And now we're gonna actually add his machete, and what we're gonna need for that is actually black wool, and we're gonna need some gray wool, or any kind of gray block really. You can use stone, you could use cyan, stained clay, anything really will work. And we're gonna actually add that. So what we're gonna do for this is we're actually gonna do these these 2 black use 2 black wool in these 2 blocks right here, and then you're gonna do 2 gray wool, then you're gonna do 3 gray wool, but 1 coming off. And on all 3 of these, you're gonna take it up I would say maybe do 4 on the left one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 5 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do 6 on this one. So there's 1 block above that. And then do 3 red. 1, 2, 3. Then do another 3 red. 1, 2, 3. Then another 3 red, just like that. And that looks good to me, just like this. So as you can see, you can just, you know, copy that the way I did it. And that looks really good like that, if you ask me. So now that we have that out the way, we're going to start adding the outside decorative stuff, which is really easy as well. So what you're going to need for that is you're going to need some bone meal. And where is that at? I always forget where the bone meal. I don't use it that often. Oh, here it is. We're going to need bone meal. We're going to need to get out some birch saplings. Or spruce saplings, my bad, not birch. Spruce saplings. And we're also going to get out some spruce logs. And we're going to need to get out some flint and steel and some netherrack. Okay, just like so. Alright, so what we're going to do first are the trees. And what I did in mine was basically added like 5 trees. So I did 1 right here, I think, like 2 blocks away. Then 1 right, and this is completely random, guys. It doesn't have to be, it's a forest. It doesn't have to be the exact same forest. I'm just going to plant them. The trees aren't even going to be the same height. And, you know, it's just completely natural. So I did 2 like this. Then I did like 1 outside like this. And then do the same exact thing over here on this side. Just kind of do 2 blocks away and like kind of space them out in like 3s like this. So I'll do like this, you know, it looks good to me like that. And then do 2 on the outside again. I think those are 2 blocks away on this side as well, right? Yeah, okay. And then I added a little bush too, also right around here in this area. Again, using these spruce leaves. I added like a bush right here, but we'll add that last just because it's a little easier to plant the trees. So now just take bone meal to all of our trees here. And some of them are going to be a little bit more difficult than others, but they'll all grow eventually. And then this one right here. And you can add more trees in this if you want to. I mean, if you want to actually build this in a forest, that would be even cooler. But, you know, if you don't have a forest like I don't, then you can just do this. And I'm going to put some trees back here as well, so that we have, you know, full round foliage, I guess you could say. So now I'm going to do these ones. Just putting random trees back here in no order. Because I feel like if it has order, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of boring. So there you go. These are all different height and stuff, and they look kind of crazy. Then over here, do these ones. Then this one. And is this one going to grow? I think it's okay. I thought it was not going to grow because there was actually a branch above it, but okay, that's all good. All right, so now this is all done here. As you can see, looks pretty awesome if you ask me. I actually would have preferred if a few of these trees got a little taller, but I think because our arms there, that's the issue, but it's all good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our spruce leaves, and we're just going to make like a little bush that kind of like makes it kind of look like it wraps around this, just like this. And I'm going to make mine like 3 high, just so it goes like that. And there's no, again, this is completely random, guys. There's no notes for me either. I'm just completely building it like this because I feel like it's just, I want to make it look really worn down, like, you know, stuff is overgrowing on it like that, you know. And that's what I'm kind of aiming for here. You don't want anything to look too clean cut. Alright, so that's actually it for Jason's body. So now what we're going to do is go on the inside, and there's no actual intense interior for this build, but what we're going to do is we're going to just remove the flooring here. I'm going to get out a night vision potion real quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the flooring completely. And we're going to replace it with the spruce planks, because you want to have it that, like, you could also do a little, oh, actually, I forgot one thing, guys. We forgot about the log cabin out here. So, or not log cabin, the actual fire area right here, fire pit. So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to get 1 block, I would say get 3 blocks away from this bush. So 1, 2, 3. And then on this 4th block here, you're going to actually place a log going this direction. Or actually, sorry, 1 block away from the walkway, my bad. Just like that. And you're going to do, I would say make it 4 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then leave a spacing, have a total of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do the same thing over here. You have to get the, oh, geez. You have to get the block to, or the log to actually get this direction, which is kind of annoying. But, you know, it's worth it. 2, 3, 4. Then in the center, remove 4 blocks. Get your nether rack, just like this. And then light your little fireplace, just like that. And I have fire spread off, so these won't get caught on fire. None of this will get caught on fire. But if you don't, you should probably do that. And then what we're going to do again, like I said, is finish the inside here by getting our spruce planks. You could use logs too. That's also something that would look pretty good. And just fill all this in because you just want to make it look, you know, you don't want to use regular oak or anything, just because you want to kind of fit the vibe of the outside, which is very like wilderness like. Alright, and then once you've done that, you can add this area right here into a room if you want to, which I'll do with you guys, why not. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out the bed, we're going to get out a, you know, crafting table, a furnace, we'll even get an anvil, and we'll just get everything out. Why not? And we'll even get this cauldron, and yeah, so there you go. So we're also going to need ladders. And then what we're going to do real quick is we're going to put our bed here. I'm going to replace this flooring right here with a crafting table and a furnace. Then put the bed. Then I'll put 2 chests for storage. And then right in this little corner here, I'll put another chest, or ender chest. And then 1 more chest here. This is just a guest room. This is not meant for somebody to live forever. This is just a guest room, so, you know, it's got enough storage for them to survive a couple of days there. But no, you know, not meant for them to live here forever. This is your house, and your house will actually be in the head of the household, basically. So, lining it up with the door, you want to just take the ladders straight up, just like this. And then you want to remove all of those blocks that are blocking you from accessing the top here. And I want to actually clean this up a little bit, so I'm going to get my gray wool back out and do that. And then get back out the fence, or the fence ladder, just like this. And then just take this all the way up. But there's also going to be another access point to the arm right here, as you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and do this really quickly. And this is our arm point right here. And for that, what you can do is you can get out the gray wool, or you can use the spruce planks again. And basically just bring it all the way across here. So just take it like this, all the way till it gets to where the ladder is. So you can just hop onto this piece. And here's going to be another bedroom. So for this one, it's going to have a little less space, so, because, you know, it's actually, you can't remove the flooring here. So we're going to put a crafting table over here and a furnace right here. We can remove this corner block safely, so that's going to be good enough space for you to get out. And then we'll put a chest behind them, just like this. And if you want to add more, you can, but it's very, very tight space, guys. So, you know, there's not too much you can do in this room. This is another guest room, so it's not really too serious. And then you could add, like, more, like, side column rooms here if you wanted to. Like, you know, little compartment rooms, but we're not going to do that in this video. And then up here is the master bedroom, and we're just going to add our bed here, just like this. And then we're going to add the chest, 2 chests on both sides. And then along this wall, we're going to do a crafting table, a furnace, an anvil, an ender chest, and we'll even do a cauldron and a single chest, because why not? And then we'll even do a, what's called, a brewing stand on top of our furnace over there. And actually, let's do the jukebox instead of the chest. We already have chest. Just like this. And we'll put the brewing stand right here. And because we still need the storage space, we're going to make these double wide. Just like that. And you can still access them both. Alright, and that's actually it, guys. We're done with the actual house. It came out pretty awesome, if you ask me. One of my favorite houses so far in the Halloween series. And again, guys, if you guys want to see another character, let me know down below. If you're new here, we have done a crazy amount of Halloween houses already. We have a Chucky one. We have a Jason Voorhees one you just did. and we have a, well, it's not Scream, but it's very similar. We have a Grim Reaper one right here. We have a Killer Clown, all kinds of other crazy stuff on the channel all together. So definitely check that stuff out. If you guys do me a huge favor, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. We also did Slenderman too, an Enderman Slenderman. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. But yeah,